Today's esteemed panel of judges, organizers, my fellow presenters, a pleasant day to each and every one. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to present on the first International Conference on Psychology and Education. I am Shiely P. Hojilla, an instructor of Central Philippine State University, Victoria's campus. My co-authors are Jonas D. Singson, also an instructor at Central Philippine State University, Victoria's campus. Our student researchers are Carlo B. Saballero, Queenie Ilisan, and Loveline Joy E. Bitonga. The title of our study is Work-Life Balance and Job Satisfaction of Personnel of a State University. For the background, according to Jeff Davidson, the work-life balance entails having some breathing space for yourself each day, feeling a sense of accomplishment while not being consumed by work and having an enjoyable domestic life without short-changing career obligations. Likewise, work-life balance has found remote working beneficial for reducing work-family conflict because it helps workers juggle professional work and personal responsibilities and saves time and energy for family roles. That is according to Raghuram et al. 2019. During the COVID-19 emergency situations, many people in the world were forced to work from home. Initially, there were observed some certain expectations about the possibility of working from home as a positive factor that will promote work-life balance, according to Lonska et al. 2021. One of the most common approaches of job satisfaction is the Herzberg motivation hygiene theory of job satisfaction. Frederick Herzberg's studies indicated that certain job factors are consistently related to employee job satisfaction, whereas others can create job dissatisfaction. There are several studies on work-life balance and job satisfaction, such as the study of Lagrana and Bayonetta 2020. They investigated how alternative work arrangements influence or affect workers' overall job satisfaction and work-life balance, specifically for workers under contractual arrangements or those hired by service contractors or manpower agencies. Mercado 2019 studied the extent of work-life balance and the level of satisfaction among female teachers. However, there is no study on work-life balance and job satisfaction involving the teaching and non-teaching personnel of a state university during pandemic. Thus, it will fill the gap in the literature. For the research questions, the study aimed to determine the extent of work-life balance and job satisfaction during pandemic of the personnel of a state university. Likewise, the study aimed to determine the significant difference on the extent of work-life balance during pandemic when grouped according to their profile. Also, to determine the significant difference on the extent of job satisfaction during pandemic when grouped according to their profile. Further, to determine the significant relationship between the respondents' work-life balance and job satisfaction. Thus, the findings of the study will be the basis for the formulation of the strategic plan. For our methodology, the study utilized descriptive, comparative, and correlational research design. The respondents of the study were the 49 personnel, which includes the 32 teaching personnel and 17 non-teaching personnel. The researchers used a researcher-made questionnaire validated by the 3 jurors who were expert in the field of research study to ensure that the questions would get valid responses and to assure the stability of the instruments. The researcher-made questionnaire got a validity score of 4.37 and a reliability score of 0.95, which means that the questionnaire is valid and highly reliable. Further, the descriptive objectives were analyzed using mean, standard deviation, frequency count, and percentage distribution. In contrast, the inferential statistics were analyzed using the t-test, ANOVA, and Pearson correlation. The ethical considerations were also taken, such as the researchers addressed the general ethical principles of respect for persons, beneficence, and justice to ensure the general soundness of the study. For the results and discussion, generally, the work-life balance of a state university personnel during pandemic as a whole were great extent. It implies that the work-life balance activities are frequently sustained. This finding is supported by the study of Raghuram et al. 2019. When employees have a balance in work life, it would have an impact not only on the employees themselves, but also on their families, work environment, organizations, and the surrounding community. Likewise, the job satisfaction of the state university personnel during pandemic as a whole were also great extent. It implies that most of the respondents were satisfied with their job as personnel in a state university. This was supported by the study of Ahmed 2017. Also, there is no significant difference on the extent of job satisfaction of the respondents when grouped according to their age, marital status, length of service, monthly salary, and job title. Since the p-value is greater than level of significance, therefore the null hypothesis was accepted. This was supported by the study of Amarasena et al. 2015, which states that demographic variables including age, sex, marital status, salary, teaching experience, and level of education had no statistically significant differences on the job satisfaction of university faculty. However, the variable including sex was contrary to the result of this research study since the sex was significant to job satisfaction. It was found out that there is a significant difference on the extent of job satisfaction of the respondents when grouped according to their sex. It implies that job satisfaction of the respondents was differentiated based on their sex. Thus, male respondents were more satisfied with their job compared to female. This was supported by the study of Andrade et al. 2022, a global comparison examining extrinsic and intrinsic factors of job satisfaction were more significant for male than female workers across occupations. Thus, male workers are more satisfied than female workers. Further, there is a significant relationship between work-life balance during pandemic and job satisfaction. Since the p-value is less than level of significance, therefore the null hypothesis was rejected. It implies that the work-life balance during pandemic affects the job satisfaction of a state university personnel. This was supported by the study of Kodrisana and Mossadegh 2018, which states that work-life balance affected job satisfaction. The important point is to balance the level of someone's job satisfaction at work and outside work. If someone can give time to the needs of work and outside work well, it will create a job satisfaction. For the conclusion, based on the findings of the study, it can be concluded that the higher the work-life balance, the greater the personnel's job satisfaction. This means that the personnel should always consider balancing their work and personal life because once these two are balanced, this could lead to a great personnel's job satisfaction. This affirms the motivation hygiene theory of job satisfaction. As posited by Herzberg and colleagues, hygiene factors influence employee job satisfaction, including interpersonal relations, salary, company policies and administrations, supervision, and working conditions. For the recommendations, the university should offer free training program opportunities to all the female personnel to support them to increase their satisfaction and to improve the performance for the quality service of state university personnel. Also, the school administration should provide seminars and convocations to the personnel of the university to assist them to have a healthy work-life balance as well as address the job-related concerns of the personnel. Likewise, the university personnel should manage and maintain their professional and personal lives. They are also encouraged to participate in all of the university's program that can help them in balancing their career and responsibilities. These are my references. Before I will end my presentation, allow me to share a concept of work-life balance by Heather Shook. You will never really feel truly satisfied by work until you are satisfied by life. Thank you for listening, and may God bless us all.